Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have another really important message to share with you from Caroline Casey, who's the founder and creator of the Valuable 500, which is a new global initiative that is seeking to change the landscape for people with disabilities by harnessing the power of big business. All right, we'll get to that video from Caroline. Thank you.
This is Caroline Casey. She has a long blonde hair with a fringe. She's wearing a floral blouse and she's talking to you.
Hi, my name is Caroline Casey and I'm the founder of the Valuable 500, which is the world's biggest CEO collective driving disability inclusion through business leadership and opportunity. We cannot have inclusive countries or an inclusive society if we do not have inclusive business. Inclusive business creates inclusive societies. What business values, society will value. Disability exclusion for the 1.3 billion people globally is such a huge task. It cannot be resolved by governments and policymakers and charities alone. It needs the most powerful force on our planet, which is business. And that is for business to recognize the value of people with disabilities and their families, not only as talent and employment, but as suppliers and as customers and as insight for innovation. In creating inclusive Africa, we need to have an inclusive African business ecosystem. With the Valuable 500 companies, we only have a very few who are headquartered in the continent of Africa. However, we have so many of our Valuable 500 companies who have a presence in the countries of Africa. The Valuable 500 represents 20 million employees globally. It represents 41 countries, 64 sectors, and the power of 8 trillion in revenue. What we are encouraging our Valuable 500 companies who are headquartered outside our African countries is to link in on the ground in Africa to see what inclusive business looks like there. Every culture is different, every country is different, every industry is different. We can have a global intention for our Valuable 500 companies, but we must be able to adapt to the solutions and the intelligence and the innovation and the commitment locally. Inclusive business takes time. Disability business inclusion takes innovation. The most important thing, it takes commitment and intention. Nobody has all the answers, and it certainly doesn't have all the answers for all the countries and all the cultures. What we need to do is for those multinationals operating in multiple regions around the world to call from the expertise of those locally, to implement inclusive business locally, to ensure that the company is truly on a journey for inclusive business for people with disabilities. I hope everybody has a wonderful conference. I wish I was there, and at some point I do hope to be. But I do know that we will be led and guided in the Valuable 500 from the representation of the African Union in our system supergroup. We welcome all feedback and all ideas on how together we can create an inclusive business system globally and locally in every single country in the world, valuing the unique difference of that culture while collectively having respect for all of us. Thank you so much.